Is it a top-heavy Group 8 in USL eCup Rocket League Edition? A question to be answered here. It is USL Championship clubs matching up Memphis 901 FC and the newly rebranded FC Tulsa. Mike Watts and Devin Kerr. Devin, 32-team tournament. Memphis in year 2 as a franchise. FC Tulsa year 1 in this rebirth.
Just about a month-long tournament, Mike. 8 groups of 4, top 2 from each group advance. No, there will not be a best third, and we're going to go 1v1. You're going to have a captain with 2 alternates in between. You can figure out exactly how that matchup's going to play out, but all that matters is the top 2 teams from each group advance to the knockout stage. There can be only one.
Let's take a look at Group 8 as it stands. Forward Madison got drubbed in their opening game of the group, blown out by Birmingham Legion, so they are top right now. But Memphis or FC Tulsa with a win and the right goal difference could move atop the group themselves. For FC Tulsa, Riley McGuire, an Orlando native, is going to be the one at the sticks, playing for Tulsa Area United Way. And for Memphis, it's a player, Raul Gonzalez.
The blister game put forth by Kaylor Hodges of Birmingham Legion is grabbing all of the news nationwide. But keep your eye on 901 FC. Timmy Mulqueen's boys have something to prove, and newly rebranded FC Tulsa feel like they've got a shot at the title.
Well, now you got to watch USL eCup. Game 1 of this best of 3 is next. Game 1 in a best of 3 USL eCup Rocket League Edition in group number 8. Raul in Memphis blue and Riley McGuire in Tulsa gold. McGuire making that run, challenge there. Riley McGuire arriving to this team as a good friend of the digital media coordinator, Mickey Kennedy. Right now, there's some questions in the back for Tulsa. How about Raul Gonzalez?
Raul from Schul, taking him to school. I'm not exactly sure we saw this on the scouting report.
Hotly contested kickoff, the king of Kiwis. Circling around, able to get the shot away, able to tie it up.
Kiwis actually provide enough daily vitamins in one dose to last you for 15 minutes. Seeing that dominance from Tulsa. Well, he's got a track back here. You're in trouble, buddy. Aerial. Or not, just bring it down.
Gonzalez had been able to, if Gonzalez had just been a little more patient, perhaps he could have played that in. Instead, went wide. Tulsa in pursuit. McGuire for the goal.
Watch Raul Gonzalez in the foreground, dropping to the background. He ran out of boost. The store was sold out.
Gonzalez off the wall. You can't do that to yourself. Ultimately, he's able to recover, but Devin centering it across the face of your own goal. Tim Howard would be displeased. Tim Howard's not there to save this. It is now 3-1 Tulsa over Memphis.
You pretty much run into the same issue all over the arena, Mike, where if you do bring it centrally, you have to make sure your opponent's not there. or it'll come back to haunt you twice in a row in the span of about 30 seconds. Raul from Shu needs to change his shoes. He's in trouble.
Here comes Gonzalez. Gonzalez lobbing from distance. Can he use the backboard? That didn't take the bounce he had hoped. Volleyed up. Tulsa can't carry it all the way in. May have had a chance to get the shot away from distance. Instead, here's Raul Gonzalez.
Ooh.
That bounced over him, but just narrowly missed. Gonzalez with the flip. Instead, FC Tulsa can hit this right out of the air. 4-0 run for Tulsa.
I feel like every single time I look at the Kiwis car, it reminds me of a Lamborghini. Just that yellow color. You know that early 90s yellow color that Lamborghinis came out with, nobody else had? That's what I see when I look. Nice bomb.
Does it have a chance? It doesn't. Gonzalez is there. Former Memphis Tiger getting back into position again. He knows better. He wasn't going to win that 50-50. You got to be selective, Devin. Like any good center back, you have to know when you're beat. And you knew when you were beat.
Happens to me quite regularly. Still don't like to talk about it. I'm always grateful when you bring it up, though, Mike.
And right there, he is beat. It is 5-1 Tulsa, and Riley McGuire is looking like a beast. I am confident, Devin, that the USL subreddit is going to be buzzing with Group 8. I mean, this one looks like it's got potential favorites in this competition.
So you are saying that forward Madison and Raul Gonzalez will be moving on?
Right. McGuire for Tulsa.
There you go. There's a little bit of defense. That's a bad giveaway, though. Possession battle. Always one you'd like to win, but again, it's got to be purposeful and effective. Neither of which have happened for Memphis.
Gonzalez on the dribble. Oh, that was a must-keep ball. He gets a little bit of boost, but it's too late to get back.
I just figured out what it is. It's not a Lamborghini, Mike. Taxi!
(6-1) Tulsa here, in the college student and acclaimed swimmer at Florida Atlantic, who celebrated a birthday just this week, is getting the ultimate gift. He is providing an absolute whooping right now on Memphis.
Mike, there's another bird. We obviously talked about the Mingos, which are in this group. The Flamingos never went full. They only went half. Not even that, to be honest, a quarter at the 25-1 aggregate. The great horned owl that is Union Omaha. And now, the Florida Atlantic Owls. The little known fact, this is true, they actually are the ground owls. They burrow down in the fields. When I was growing up, they would actually be on my training ground.
Well, this owl right now is wide awake. No hibernation for him. 7-1. And the man representing the crest with the scissor-tailed flycatcher in the logo has certainly caught a fly here. Raul Gonzalez trails by 6. Final 15 seconds, and mathematically probably doesn't mean a lot, but for Raul Gonzalez, a reason to rejoice in the final waning seconds of Game 1.
I can tell you, Mike, it means absolutely nothing. Oh, yeah. Oh,
bounce,
yeah.
Bounce, bounce. 2 seconds left.
The key we wanted it the entire time.
I'm convinced he was waiting for the clock to hit 0. He was going to side flip it in.
Knowing is half the battle, my friend.
FC Tulsa. Former Roughnecks. Off to a 1-0 lead. USL eCup continues. Game 2 in this best of 3 when we return. FC Tulsa knocking off Memphis 901 FC in Game 1 of this best of 3 series. Raul Gonzalez trying to turn this around against Riley McGuire. On to game number 2. Tough to tell, Devin, whether or not Raul Gonzalez has it in him to turn this around, but he did look better as Game 1 went along.
Sure he did, Mike.
I'm trying to be positive.
I am positive as well. I am positive that FC Tulsa is going to put an extra special thrashing in this second match.
Speaking of thrashings, explosion back in one end, respawn on the other, and off that respawn, hopping into play, FC Tulsa able to get back in. McGuire for Tulsa. The good news for FC Tulsa is their initial captain, John Horlander, who you and I met, worked for Louisville City the last few years. We met him at a couple of USL championship finals. He was the victim of a rumored double-digit loss to Riley McGuire, and so McGuire took over here in Game 1, and he is taking over in Game 2 here in Group 8, a 1-0 lead.
I can confirm that the rumors are true, Michael. It was a double-digit loss. Pizza was purchased at the end of it, and a GoFundMe page was actually started so that a brass plaque could be inscribed on the side of the stadium.
In the air, and there's the perfect touch. Can of Kiwis, Dos Acero.
Do we know where the Kin of Kiwis name comes from?
No, but I'll ask about it.
I'm going to go with the last name McGuire, and that somewhere he has a New Zealand background. How do you feel about that? How do you like that?
I think you've got a good idea. I just don't want to commit to that.
Okay. Do we have committal issues? Because if you are, just tell me now. I'll put the ring away.
It's 3-0. The only fear of commitment here is Memphis's fear to commit to a competitive game in Game 2. give credit to Raul Gonzalez. It was a little tighter here in the opening 100 ticks of game number 2. Goal here could begin to shift the paradigm, but barring that, FC Tulsa looked like they could move to the top of Group 8 as was anticipated. On the field, Gonzalez, a tremendous story of resilience, overcoming a knee injury in preseason last year. He suffered the hands of Louisville City in a friendly fixture and was raring to go for 2020. This is just toying with him. Toying with him. Drives it in.
The Kiwi. Cuatro. I'm wondering if he's going to be able to attain the same status as Kaylor Hodges. Remember, 25 in the back of the net for Kaylor Hodges, 1 against. He's got some work to do here. He's closing in, though.
Diving in, FC Tulsa in about level to get to double figures in game 2, up 5-0.
Behind pace, though, 2:22 to drop 5. You just sort of wonder, he's going to have to make a little pit stop, change the bearings, let's put a new driver in. That's what we should be able to do. Let's call a mid-game sub for each team. We're still going to play 1v1, but to give a sporting chance to Memphis 901 FC.
Next thing you know, Devin's going to be asking for VAR to be introduced to Rocket League.
Believe it or not, Mike, I actually have a main line to our producer who reviews each and every play before you even ever see it. Hence the knowledge being put forth on my end.
Really? Good use of the wall. Good save the other way by Memphis. Gonzalez won't be able to back up far enough to get that. Chip of the keeper, 6-0 FC Tulsa. They're going to get 3 points here, no doubt about that now.
Never played across the box. You never, ever leave your wingman. After our movie discussion yesterday, Michael, I don't know if I asked. Have you ever seen Top Gun? Did I ask you that one?
You did. There's only 83 seconds left. Your whole movie list is going to have to wait for a more extended forum. The extra point good here. Still going to be worth 3 points in the standings.
Still no response on Top Gun?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, no, I've seen it. I've seen it.
Good. Making sure.
As a fan of all things avian, yes, I've seen the movie about flying, yes. Rising up, delicately nodding it forward. It is an 8-0 advantage for FC Tulsa as they're beginning to rub it in a little bit. They've got 16 goals in the series.
So my mind went from a Lamborghini to a taxi. Now, when I look at the Kiwi, I see a Camaro. Chameleon is the name word you're looking for there.
One minute to go. That's a positive bounce for Memphis, but they're late getting to the ball. And Riley McGuire, who came in really hyped by the Tulsa staff, they said they had scouted and pulled him out of the weeds in Orlando, Florida. As impressed for the Oklahoma club.
Mike, those weeds are actually sawgrass in the Everglades, just so you know.
And he'll slink back in to that grass with 3 points and await his second group stage fixture.
I think he can get 11. Do it. Don't be shy.
Gonzalez. A little front flip, wasn't even needed. Into double figures, there it is. 10 now for FC Tulsa in the match.
It's coming. It's coming. 11, 8 seconds. The Kiwi, Raul. Let's get it on.
Well, a very happy belated birthday to FC Tulsa. eCup man. Oh gosh, he missed that on the goal line. That would have been the exclamation point. But it is still a 2-0 series win in Group 8. Tell you what that means and show you the highlights after this on USL eCup. Highlights from this one, Memphis taking on Tulsa, and Raul Gonzalez representing Memphis 901 FC. Riley McGuire, though, was the star of this show. FC Tulsa, they have the whole rebrand and this kin of Kiwis showing off as well as he can in the opening game for both these teams in the group stage, Dev.
Mike, you got to remember, when you're going after the ball and playing off the wall, sometimes it takes a minute to hit it once you get it, or something like that. I can't imagine exactly how the saying goes, but Raul Gonzalez, he hit it early. He got out in front 1-0, but that was pretty much it. Highly touted Riley McGuire went behind, came back 8-2 in the first. The 10-0 drubbing in the second, though, gave you a reason to believe that this young man, a kin of Kiwis, old or young, can make a run in this tournament.
He's got a shot at minimum to get out of this group because he has 3 points. Puts him top of the group through one match for everybody in the group stage. For Devin Kerr, producer Sharni Yerke, and our entire Vista World Link team, Mike Watts saying so long as FC Tulsa has as good a start as you can imagine in USL eCup.